Ladies and gentlemen, every morning when your eyes open, life gives you a brand new chance. A new chance to change your future, to rewrite your story, to break your limitations, and to create something you have never created before. But the truth is simple. Most people wake up and enter the day with fear, frustration, and pressure, without realizing that the first words you say to yourself decide everything. Your morning is your foundation. Your words are your fuel. Your mindset is your engine, and your belief is your direction. So today, I want to share with you something powerful, something simple but not easy, something that can transform your life if you practice it consistently. 5 things to say to yourself every morning. Not once, not sometimes, every single morning. These 5 sentences are not magic, but they create momentum. They are not spells, but they shape your decisions. They are not promises, but they unlock your power. I learned these lessons through rejection, failure, disappointment, and persistence. I learned them when nobody believed in me. I learned them when life was heavy and the future was uncertain. So today, let me share with you these 5 sentences. Say them with your heart. Say them with belief. Say them with courage. Because your morning is not just the start of your day, it is the start of your life. 1. Today, I choose to believe in myself. When you wake up, the very first voice you hear should not be fear, should not be doubt, and should not be the past telling you what you cannot become. The first voice you hear should be your own belief. Look in the mirror and say, today, I choose to believe in myself. It's not because everything is perfect, not because you feel strong, not because life is easy, but because belief is a choice, not a feeling. People often say, Jack, where do I find confidence? Where do I find motivation? And I always say, you don't find it, you build it. Confidence is not something you wait for. It is something you create. It is a habit. It is a decision. The world will test your belief. The world will challenge your belief. Sometimes the people closest to you will doubt you. But remember this truth. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. When I started Alibaba, I had no money, no experience, no technology. People told me, you are not capable. You are not the right person. This will never work. But I told myself, I may not be the smartest, but I can believe harder and work harder than anyone. Belief doesn't make life easy, but it makes you unstoppable. Every morning, remind yourself, I choose to believe in myself even when it's hard. Because belief is not about where you are. Belief is about where you're going. 2, today I will not compete with others. I will compete with myself. One of the biggest reasons people fail is because they spend all their time looking sideways. Who is doing better? Who is more successful? Who has more followers? Who is richer? Who is faster? Comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison destroys potential. Comparison kills focus. So every morning, say to yourself, today I will compete with myself, not with anyone else. Compete to be better than yesterday. Compete to learn more than last week. Compete to grow faster than last month. Because the only person you must beat is the person you were. In my early years, I watched many people give up because they felt someone else was ahead. They didn't realize something extremely important. Life is not a race. Life is a direction. Life is a journey that belongs to you alone. You don't need to be the best. You need to be better than yesterday. Every morning, measure yourself against your own goals. Did I grow? Did I improve? Did I learn something new? Did I move forward even one step? If the answer is yes, then understand this. You are winning. Say it again every morning. I will not compete with the world. I will compete with myself. And you will see how peaceful, focused, and powerful your life becomes. 3, today I will take responsibility for my life. If you want real success, if you want real change, if you want real transformation, you must start with responsibility. Every morning say, my life is my responsibility. Not the government, not your family, not your background, not your boss, not your past, not your circumstances. You. The moment you take full responsibility for your life, everything changes. Because responsibility is power. When you blame others, you lose control. When you blame life, you lose focus. When you blame your past, you lose your future. You cannot change what you do not take responsibility for. I was rejected from jobs, from universities, from opportunities. And I told myself, I can blame life or I can build my life. Responsibility is the difference between those who succeed and those who complain. Wake up and remind yourself, I control my attitude. I control my decisions. I control my effort. I control my future. You're not powerless. You're not helpless. You're not stuck. You're responsible. And that means you have power. Repeat it every morning. Today, I take responsibility for everything I want to achieve. And watch what happens. 4. Today, I will do my best, and that is enough. Many people wake up already feeling like failures, not because they didn't try, but because they expect perfection. They want to be perfect. They want to feel perfect. They want to perform perfectly. They want to succeed perfectly. But perfection is not real. Perfection is a trap. Perfection is the enemy of progress. So every morning, tell yourself, I will do my best, and that is enough. Not because your best is small, but because your best grows with you. Your best today might be different from your best yesterday. Your best when you're tired is different from your best when you're strong. Your best when you're learning is different from your best when you're experienced. Doing your best does not mean doing everything right. It means giving your energy, your heart, your focus, your effort. There were many days I felt tired, overwhelmed, unsure. But I reminded myself, Jack, give your best. That is enough for today. And slowly, step by step, day by day, small efforts became big results. Remember, success is built from consistent effort, not perfect effort. Say it again every morning. I will give my best today, and my best is enough. Once you embrace this mindset, the pressure will drop, the fear will decline, and the courage will rise. 5. Today, I will not quit, no matter how hard it gets. Apanta. This is the most important sentence. The sentence that separates winners from losers. The sentence that builds champions. The sentence that turns dreams into reality. Every morning say, I will not quit, because life will get hard. Dreams will challenge you. Success will demand sacrifice. The journey will test your patience, your strength, your emotions, and your faith. When I started Alibaba, there were times I wanted to give up. Times when the company had no money. Times when the future looked impossible. Times when the pressure felt heavy. Times when everything seemed hopeless. But I told myself, Jack, if you do not quit, you cannot fail. And that sentence carried me forward. Every day, every struggle, every obstacle. You don't need to be the smartest. You don't need to be the strongest. You don't need to be the most talented. You just need to stay in the game long enough to win. Every morning, say it with power. No matter how I feel, I will not quit. No matter how hard it is, I will not quit. No matter how long it takes, I will not quit. Because persistence beats talent. Persistence beats fear. Persistence beats failure. Persistence builds success. The transformation, putting it all together. Now imagine every morning you wake up and speak these 5 sentences with belief, with energy, with courage. I choose to believe in myself. I will compete with myself, not with others. I take responsibility for my life. I will do my best today. I will not quit. If you say these for 30 days, your mindset will change. Your confidence will rise. Your discipline will grow. Your life will transform. If you say these for 6 months, your habits will change. Your identity will change. Your decisions will change. Your goals will become reality. If you say these for 1 year, you will not recognize yourself. You will become stronger. You will become wiser. You will become unstoppable. Words shape your reality. Your morning shapes your day. Your belief shapes your future. Remember, success is not built in 1 day. Success is built every day. Every morning is a new beginning. Every morning is a new opportunity. Every morning is a new chance to create the life you want. And that life begins with the words you choose. So Tomorrow morning, don't start with worry. Don't start with fear. Don't start with pressure. Start with power. Start with purpose. Start with these 5 sentences. Because the world does not decide your future. You decide your future every morning. Wake up with belief. Wake up with confidence. Wake up with determination. Say these 5 things and then go out and build a life that belongs to you. Thank you.